Okay, so in the spirit of gardening with kids, I mean, we've talked about like successes and failures and how kids like sometimes just love to grow as many things as possible. And guess what? I can get on with their enthusiasm so much. I obviously planted things way ahead of time just to see if there would be some success. And they're not upset about it, but I actually am. So what I want to show you here is some interesting aspects. So we planted a lot of seeds in our little mini greenhouse. This is only one greenhouse that we have. This is a bed of spinach, yay! And we've got some, I think this is kale or spinach or char. Yeah, there's the char, I think. But we have a lot of other things that we planted in here too. We got some seedling starters at our local greenhouse. Now, if you are really not into growing from seed because you're just nervous about it, you can do a whole entire garden full of seedling starters. I would try to stay away from the Home Depot stuff. I have done it year after year, and it's not their fault. They get so many mass-produced plants, sometimes that they're in soil that has blight and all sorts of contrary things. So I try to stick with my local nurseries, and that actually means on top of it is because they already know what grows well here locally. So a shout out to Crow's Nursery here locally in Churchville, Maryland. They have been amazing. At the beginning of the coronavirus stuff, I was afraid that they were going to have to shut down, but thank heavens they were able to figure it out, and they're still staying open daily and providing lots of things, including seedling starters and all those kind of yummy fruit trees and bushes and things like that. So what we had from them was obviously some romaine lettuce, some mixed leaf lettuce. There's the romaine, there's the butter crunch, and there's another little red leaf tip lettuce. Those were the only ones that survived. The butter crunch, as we saw in my other raised bed, have not survived well. And these were already hard frosted over, so that meant that they were supposed to be cold ready. So as you can see, it's a dead plant. This one's barely hanging on. This one's kind of coming back to life. That's a weed. That's some plantain leaves, which, by the way, have incredible medicinal properties. If you do not know about that, you should definitely research those because they're great. But in that same bed, you saw, like, I have romaine lettuce from Crow's that survived well, and obviously the mixed salad greens are doing fabulous, and I can already start eating those with my family. That's the great part of growing your own food, because these are leaf lettuce. You can just start snipping them off and eating them, and they will continue to grow back. And that's the beauty of this over here too. Different types of spinach and char and stuff like that. You got baby greens, fresh, ready to eat and make salad. But what I wanted to show you, other than epic fail with some of the lettuce types that we have, is my kids love watermelon. So what we did was we early planted some watermelon. See? They lived, a couple of them lived, but even in the hothouse, even in our little greenhouse, as you can see, many of them have not survived the transplant. And you know, I have to say, it gets me a little sad. It gets me in the feels. But it's a great reminder to not rush nature, because I know that right now, with everything going on, people are like, let's open everything up. Let's get back to normal. We have to be realizing that the new normal is going to be different. It's not going to be the same. So in the spirit of community gardening and in the spirit of gardening with your kids, take the opportunity now to create a food source for your family, because, you know, I don't want to be that person that's scare tactic, but at least then you know that you can eat. At the end of the day, no one else is controlling that for you if you're growing what you're eating. So good luck, stay strong, stay home, and I'm going to keep our fingers crossed that this will all be over soon. You've got this, everybody. Stay strong.